Former Rutgers star, my main man, Alexi Lalas, who's in Qatar right now covering the World Cup for us here at Fox. Alexi, it looks like good evening to you right now, yeah?
Yeah, it's a beautiful evening here in Doha. Thank you so much. By the way, congratulations on the show and letting me live a desire I've had all my life to appear on it. Greetings from Doha, right behind the Persian Gulf here. As you mentioned, our set is incredible. If this was like out on the Hamptons, think of the money, think of the parties that we could have. But it's right here in Doha. We are a couple days away from the World Cup kicking off. I cannot wait. Sunday, we actually start the World Cup. And then, as you mentioned, on Monday, your U.S. team takes on Wales in the first game. And keep in mind, this is a return for the men's team to the World Cup after having missed out 4 years ago in Russia.
Yes, of course. If it was the Hamptons, we would be drinking, but I hear they're hiding all the beer in Qatar this year, which is a problem. Listen, let's talk about the U.S. team against Wales. I hear about Pulisic, of course. Great to get back into the World Cup, but give folks who don't follow as closely as you do an idea of how good this U.S. team can be.
Well, first off, you never have to apologize, all right? The tent for soccer is big. We want as many people in. We want to be as welcoming and warm as possible. So, your U.S. team right now, their mandate right now is to make you believe. When you sit down, whether you're watching the game on Monday against Wales, or you're watching it on Black Friday against England, or the final game against Iran, you want to believe in this young team. And it is a young team, a very inexperienced team. It's going to be the youngest team in the World Cup. And when you're young, as you guys know, you do some dumb things, but also you have that youthful swagger. And there is a swagger with this team. Also a youthful arrogance. They don't know what they don't know, and they are very, very good. Plenty of depth. You mentioned Christian Pulisic. We got Weston McKennie. We got Tyler Adams. We got a lot of really, really good talent. So much so that starting 11 that Greg Berhalter, the coach, is going to put out against Wales, they're going to be some players, some really good players that don't even make the 11, but they'll be coming off the bench.
So we've Wales, we've England, we have Iran. Just handicap the group for me, because I don't follow those countries at all soccer-wise. Is it legitimate to think we could come out of that group?
It's not only legitimate, that's what you should expect to your U.S. team.
Wow, okay.
Notwithstanding the fact they didn't qualify for the last World Cup, this is a U.S. team, even with the youth that I mentioned, that should find a way to get out of this group. Yes, there are some good teams, and everybody's at the World Cup for a reason. But the U.S., I think, is better than both Wales and Iran, and then you take your chances against England. I'm not saying you can't beat England, but a lot has to go right to beat England. That is still an elite team. It would warm the cockles of my redheaded American heart to beat England in anything, on or off the field, men's, women's, co-ed, naked. It doesn't matter. When you beat England, it's a wonderful thing. But having said that, there are 6 points on the offer when it comes to playing against Wales in that first game and playing in that third game against Iran. You get those 6 points, you're going through to the next round.
Give me an idea, Lexi, what these guys are doing now. Like, you played in this obviously a long time ago as a young man as well, and you said they're the youngest team in the field. Like, what's going on for the team as they get ready for the game against Wales? Is it trying to just stay busy, get rid of the nerves? Is it, total soccer focus? What are the guys doing now?
Yeah, I mean, look, most of the work has been done, but I think it's really appreciating and recognizing and enjoying the fact that you have a great opportunity and, yes, a responsibility representing what I feel is the greatest nation in the world when you get on that field. Having said that, I think that this team really is welcoming this opportunity and what they're going to do. However, back in the 1900s when I was running around and playing soccer, it was a very, very different World Cup relative to this. This is kind of a brigadoonish type of experience where everybody is in the same bubble, if you will, here in Doha. There's no traveling to different places. Everybody's here in Doha. All the stadiums are here. And that's going to make it actually pretty unique in that you'll be staying in your hotel room the entire time. You're not getting up and packing. And so they really kind of have to make it a home away from home. And Greg Berhalter and his staff have really done a lot of interesting things in the hotel to make it as accommodating as possible so that they are comfortable ultimately when that whistle blows.
So what does that mean? They brought Subway sandwiches in so they get a little taste of them.
They have, listen, it's a lot different than when I was growing up, okay? They are coddled, all right? They are in this warm cocoon, all right? I mean, I don't want to grumpy old man this thing, but the lighting is done to make sure that they're in the optimal mode to do all sorts of stuff. I don't understand it all, but evidently they're going to be really ready to play.
All right, so in other words, the U.S. team is very bougie, and I wrote this down, brigadoonish. Like, dude, you went to Rutgers. You didn't learn the word brigadoonish at Rutgers.
Are you? Exit 9 off the turnpike. I grew up in Detroit, man, and my dad, the only place I got into was Rutgers, and he drove me out the 16 hours. He barely stopped the car at exit 9 off the turnpike, kicked my ass out, and said, good luck.
I hear you. All right, real quick, just for people, again, that don't follow it other than World Cup, Messi, Argentina, Ronaldo, of course, they know the big names. Are we looking at one of those two guys finally lifting that beautiful gold soccer ball?
I mean, of those two guys, I think, look, you have Neymar with Brazil, which I think is your easy money. Not easy money, but safe money, as is, I think, Argentina, 1 and maybe 1A, depending on who you talk to right now. So Messi getting that final opportunity to win a World Cup, that would be incredible. A lot of people are picking Brazil. If you want more of like you want to win a little bit more money, I would talk about someone like the Netherlands, always a bridesmaid, never the bride, but really, really good team and a nice pathway. And if you really want to win a lot of money, I know a lot of people are talking about Denmark. I'd go with someone maybe like a Serbia that a World Cup offers up surprises. So there's a lot of money on the line there. There's the usual suspects that you have, whether, like you said, it's Messi with Argentina or Cristiano Ronaldo with Portugal or Neymar with Brazil. So all the stars are here, all the big teams are here, and most importantly, your U.S. team is here.
Final thing before I let you go, I appreciate you coming on as we get ready for all the Fox exclusive coverage of the World Cup. When you're standing there, even though, as you said, you're a much older man now, and this is the youngest team in the field, so they could be young enough to be your son, some of these guys, what's the number one most overriding feeling that you have when you think about your journey as a World Cup soccer player, having the flag on your chest?
Pride. I mean, listen, you walk out there and you put on your nation's jersey. You put your hand over your heart, you sing that song, and you recognize that there are millions and millions of people around the world that are, billions of people are watching you, and millions of people back home are watching you. And like I said, it's about pride, it's about responsibility, but it's also about opportunity. I am talking to you here today in this incredible place, all right, in front of this incredible set because of the 1994 World Cup. It changed my life forever, and I'm just so excited that in a couple of days, it's going to change other players' lives probably forever and give them incredible opportunities. So you don't waste it. You grab it with both hands like I did and others have done, and you don't let it get away.
And if you could do it again, would you have dyed your hair that orange again or no?
Hey man, never has so much been done, all right, with some hot oil treatments, some scrunchies, some hair, and a guitar, and a modicum of talent. I learned modicum at Rutgers, too.
Yeah, all good. Listen, we look forward to seeing you and hearing you throughout the next couple of weeks, and thank you for the time. Big fan. Appreciate you coming on, Lexi. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey there, thank you so much for watching The Carton Show. You can subscribe right here to get all the latest bits and segments from the show. And by the way, while you're at it, we have a lot of great shows on FS1, so check them out too.